Hey, what's up YouTube? It's King Vito here, and I'm back with another review. And this time, I'm reviewing the SH Figuarts Frieza. So, there is Frieza. Now before anything, as always, we'll look at the packaging and see what this figure's about. So, there is, let me get him out of the way, there is Frieza. Right up the front, it says Funimation, warning, and everybody knows that. Tamashii Nations, Dragon Ball Super, Bandai. It's got a sticker of authenticity right there. So there's Frieza. Frieza again. SH Figuarts Frieza. Going on the back of the packaging, you have your obligatory product shot. There's Frieza. Right there. If the camera will focus. There's Frieza. 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 Super action and super modeling. So there is Frieza. On the top, you have nothing. On the other side, see-through, says Frieza. Frieza, and at the bottom, Frieza. So, there is SH Figuarts Frieza. And he does look very cool. Oh, okay, this thing has a zoom button. I keep forgetting. Let's take a look. Let's take a closer look at Frieza. Hit the zoom button. There you go. Got a really nice smirk on his face. There's his feet. There's the tail. And there's the back. There's the back of the head. Right there. Perfect detail on this figure. All around, very nice. Very well done. Including the ear. They even got the ears right. As far as paint schemes or paint apps is concerned, not a lot of detail on him because he is white, but they did, let me zoom in here, or get a little closer, they did manage to add shadows or lighting effects on him. So he does have a bit of blue. I don't know how well the camera can pick that up, but he does have blue tints here, here, here on the muscle, here on his chest, to insinuate that, you know, there's shadow here on his tail. Very nice. So, as far as what this guy brings, we'll start off with what he brings, and then we'll move on to the whole articulation thing, which is funny because I usually do articulation first. But this is a special one. We want to get into it little by little. Actually, you know what? We'll do the articulation first. How's that? As always, the head is on a ball joint. I can look up that far. It looked down that far. It can actually look a lot farther down than he does up. You can do a full 360 because it is on a ball joint. His arms can do a full 360 as well. They can go in and out like that. And they're on a hinge, so you can swivel them up or swivel them down. Let me show you. See? Or you can bring them back down like that. Very nice. It can go outward that far. He does have a bicep swivel. He does have a double jointed elbow, so it can bend well over 90 degrees, actually. And he has a ball joint at the wrist. So his wrist does have a ball joint. It can go back, forward. It can do a full 360 as well. His waist, he has an ab crunch, like so. And he can go all the way back. His waist can do a full 360 as well. Legs can go up that far. Actually, farther, like that. Can go back that far. But it's weird, because they're on a ball joint, this part here crashes. It's actually built in some sort of angle, as you can see. Let me zoom in here. There. The way that his thighs are built, they're on an angle. So if he kicks back, that's as far as he'll kick before it'll do that. That's weird. Yeah, just the way that his thighs are built. Knees, he has a double jointed knee, so it could go well over 90 degrees. Okay. And no, it doesn't pivot at all. And his toes are on a ball joint. So they could go 360. They could do all that. So that's pretty much all the articulation Frieza has. He does have quite a bit of articulation, as you just saw. So you could get him in some pretty good poses. Pretty good poses. As far as, movement is concerned and what you want to do with him. He'll do pretty much anything you want him to, because of the massive posability this guy has. Very well made figure, actually. Oh, I almost forgot. And his tail is also articulated. So it likes to come off. It is connected via a peg. And it goes into a port right here on his butt. So just plug that back in there. There you go. And it could go up. It could go down. It's on a ball joint. It can rotate. It can do all that. So you get this guy in some pretty good poses. He'll definitely be able to get Frieza in some really cool poses due to the whole articulation thing. Now, because his tail is the way it's made, it does make him back heavy. So, yeah. There is a way to fix that, but you have to get him in some weird, awkward pose. Or you can use the tail as a kickstand. There. That'll work. That's better. Okay. Now, as far as accessories go, he comes with a lot of our accessories. I mean a lot. This guy is completely loaded. So, first off, we'll start off with a couple hands. Look at how much hands this guy comes with. And that's saying a lot about this figure, the way, as much time they took to make this figure. So we got two sets of hands that are open palms, right here. We got one hand that has like this, his finger pointing. I don't know what this hand does. Here's another finger pointing, which you can actually use to point at somebody or do the death ball technique. Let me zoom in so you can see a better, you could take a better look at those. Here is the open palms hand. Here is the crooked finger pointing. Here is the straight finger pointing. Here is a random hand, which I have no idea why it's like this, but I don't know, I guess you could use this as like, stop, I'm Frieza. And they have another hand that's the same thing, basically. And again, here are the open palms for the left and the right hands. Now the way these work, and of course he has the fist, the closed fist hands. Now the way these work is they're all, this guy is on a ball joint. Like every single part of his body are on ball joints. And we'll show off the rest of the accessories as the video progresses. So the way you want to do that is you want to take his hands that he has already and you just pull them off. And they're on tiny, tiny pegs there. See? They're on tiny little pegs. And let's say I want him firing at something, so you can pop his new hand in. There you go. And there's Frieza's hand, like so. So you can aim it, turn it around. There you go. And you could totally have him firing at shooting ki blast at something. Stop moving. Quit moving. Thank you. You could totally have him shooting ki blast at something. Okay. Or you could take off his hand and put this one on. There. And now you have Frieza firing a death beam at anyone. There you go. You do that. Who wants some? Who wants some? So you can totally have him do that. But, hold on. While this hand, I just noticed, while this hand is on, I'm going to keep his hand on because I'm going to show you some more accessories he comes with. We'll start off with these. These are his crossed hands, so you could have him, I don't know, I guess being relaxed or just looking down at somebody with his arms crossed. And I'll show you how these work right now. Take these off. And these off. There you go. So you got armless Frieza. Now, the way these work is you want to angle the shoulders forward, like so. There. Okay? Take these parts here, which is one whole molded piece. This is just one big molded piece. Nothing really awe-inspiring here. Now, how these work is one connects to this arm here, there, and the other to this shoulder right there. You kind of have to like wedge it in somehow. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. And you could totally have them do that. See? Arms crossed. So you have that option. Okay. There. You have that option. You could have his arms crossed. Now, because his hand is on a finger, I'll show you exactly what you can do with this, with the finger pointing hand. And that brings me to, come on, stand, there. That brings me to his attacks. So we'll start off with a death ball. That's what it looks like. It's a Frieza death ball. Now, the way this is made is you have a tiny, I guess, see-through stick coming out here with a port here. Not a port, a C clip right here. So what you want to do with this is right where the wrist is, which is where the hand and the arm meet, right there in the ball joint. You want to take his attack and put it right on the ball joint, which is a lot easier said than done. There you go. It's a little loose, but it works just fine. So you can have that going on. You can have him charging the death ball. Or if you want to be more casual Frieza, see if I can do this. Keep this. Keep his hand behind his back. Lift this. Push this down and just... You could do that too. Really nice. More formal Frieza. So you could have him do that as well. Building up a death ball. There. Or you could have him shoot a death beam, which is another attack he comes with. And that is this right here. Boom. This big stick is his death beam. this plasticky see-through thing. Here, let me show you what that looks like. Now, the way this actually works is there is a port right here, and the way this port works is imaginary. Since Frieza doesn't really shoot the death beam right from his fingertips, there's like a tiny little space that, you know, imagines that the death beam comes out of. I don't know if you can see that. Let me... kind of like that, like imaginary. Now, how this works is you want to make him stand here, like that. Please stand. There. Well, I don't have a stand, sadly, for it, but I'll show you what it looks like, what it's supposed to look like. There should be something holding it up, and it should look kind of like that. Like he's actually firing it with the peg right here, which is what holds it up. Now, for more accessories he comes with, let me take that off. And put this back on. There. Oh, there you go. So, there's that. And if you want to get him, you know, as I keep him like this because I think he looks really cool because it's Frieza with a smirk, as he should have. But if you want to, he has an option for multiple heads. Right there. Here's the angry head. And here's the frustrated head. Now let's take a look at each of them individually as well. So you have the angry head right here. And he seems like, I guess when he was fighting Goku on planet Namek, he's kind of, he's like really, really, really annoyed. He's like, curse you! Kind of thing. I mean, his facial expression is just really funny here. But here is his frustrated face. This is so funny. This is so, like, this is actually funnier than this one here. Because, I mean, just look at it. He's like, ah, I can't believe you beat me. Ah! I'm never playing PlayStation again. He's like that. I like how they added the veins on his. Let me see if I can get this. Let me see if I can get this better zoomed in. I don't know if you can see, but he has like they molded in a couple veins on the side of his head. Same thing on this side here. I don't know if you could see that, but there's veins here, here, and here. Very cool. Very nice attention to detail. Very, very nice attention to detail. Also, more of that blue coming out here. More of that blue around the ear and the back of the head. Same thing on this side. That's very nice. Even the purple on the tongue. Very nice. Overall, this is a very nice figure with a lot of really, really cool attention to detail. Also, I don't have this. Actually, I do, but it's broken. This, every head, as you'll see right now, every head has a hole on it. Now, there's a reason for that hole. This figure actually comes with a halo to explain, to show that Frieza's dead. So they actually added a halo as an accessory. I do have a halo, but it's broken, so I can't. What do you call it? I can't put the halo on. Sadly. Stand. There you go. And let me show you another head. No, they act... Oh, okay, never mind. Let me see this one. Okay, no. So the only head that actually allows the halo is this one. That's interesting. I thought every head had it. But I guess I was wrong. That's cool. I mean, it's not cool, but it's you learn something new every day. I don't even know. I had no idea that Frieza, that this is the only head that you could put the halo in. Who knew? But yeah, it's still a very nice figure to have. Very, very cool figure if you're a fan of Frieza. If Frieza is actually your favorite villain from the series or your favorite character from the series, I definitely recommend you pick this guy up. He's really, really fun to actually display. Also, he comes with one other accessory that I completely forgot to mention, and that is this thing right here. This is his second tail. Now, if anybody actually watches Dragon Ball, you'll see there's an episode in the Frieza saga where Frieza is actually beating up on Goku. And he's choking him with this tail, with his tail. And this is the exact same mold, the exact same tail that, I don't know, I guess they remolded and made, definitely, that they made the tail into the toy. The tail actually made it into the toy. So you could actually make a Goku and stick his head through here, I guess, and I don't know, and simulate that Frieza's actually choking him. Yeah. It's quite interesting. Now, the way this tail works is it's also on a peg. By the way, if you guys hear some background noise, hold on. I'll be right back. Yeah, sorry about that. My bad. But yeah, if you guys watch the anime, you'll notice that he uses his tail to choke Goku, and this is the actual tail that they gave him. That's pretty cool. So let's try that out. You just pop this and just pop it back, bonk, and there you go. You could totally have him choking another toy or something with his tail. Very nice. This back. And plop it in. So, that's pretty much it for Frieza here. Now, for comparison, let's bring in, if I could get him to stand, If I could literally get him to stand. Come on, Frieza. Come on, Frieza. Come on, Frieza. Come on. You can do this. Stand! There. Thank you. I said stand. Let's bring in Beerus here. He's pretty small compared to Beerus. It's a pretty small figure. So there's that. Here he is next to Ben Presto, Super Saiyan God, Goku. And he's not that small. But, I mean, compared to Goku, every other figure just towers over this one. Okay, I take it back. He is pretty small. He's pretty darn small. So, there you have that. So there's Frieza. Should you buy this toy? Yes, you definitely should. I completely 100% approve of this guy. And I definitely recommend him, for sure. He's a great figure to own, and he looks good in your Dragon Ball collection. There are some minor issues with this figure that I notice. And that has nothing to do with this figure, but it has to do with the accessories it comes with. It comes with a halo, but mine broke because the stick that the halo comes with to connect to the head right there is very flimsy, and it'll break like that. So I don't recommend you getting this figure for... I recommend you getting the figure for the figure, not the accessories. This right here, this death ball right here, it's actually pretty straight. It's not flimsy at all. It's actually pretty hard plastic. But it doesn't really add much to what the overall figure looks like. It's just another throwaway piece, especially if you just want to, you know, display him something like this, you know, which is how I have him, you know, which is exactly how I have him, on a plastic stand so he looks like he's flying. But yeah, it won't take away from the actual aesthetics of the figure. As far as this tail is concerned, unless you have an actual other character you can... excuse me. Unless you actually have another character you can actually choke here, or give the illusion that he's choking, this tail's pretty much useless. Pretty much. But other than that, he does look cool. He definitely looks cool, and the way he's made is just amazing. Plus the purple. The purple sticks out a lot because the purple is probably the only part of this figure that has reflective plastic on. Everything else is just plain white, as you can see. The light only comes off of the purple. So yeah, overall, very nice figure. Very well made, and I definitely recommend him, for sure. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, you gotta have Frieza in your collection, so. There it is. There's Frieza. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about Frieza. Nothing too special. It's a very small figure. He's a very small figure, and well worth the money if you're a fan of this character. Definitely. So, there is the SH Figuarts Frieza. And this King Peter saying, laters.